Alphabet. Hi, Alphabet. You have your notifications on for this channel, huh? You do? Okay, well, thank you. I guess it's good you're not a bot, man. Good morning, or evening, or night, wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful Saturday. Oh Lord, let me make sure I got what I need. Yeah. It's a beautiful Saturday. Oh Lord. Got any special thing going on this weekend? Anything special? Anything special happening this weekend? Hello. Thank you for chiming in. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a beautiful start of your day or end of your day, wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Will you be my neighbor? Saturday, it's summertime, time to have some summertime fun. Oh, brains. I think I am. We got what, 5 people watching. Give me a thumbs up before you leave the room. Thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live before you leave the room. To Well, let's have a topic here. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I may be on here for a little minute, so let's have maybe a couple of topics. I might go off and come back on. Let's have a couple of topics. I have somebody asked me, have I found a church or a building to attend, basically. Have I found a church to attend? No. I would never, ever again be a member of a brick and mortar religious organization. And a lot of people who know me know me, may find that my throat is all scratchy this morning. Let me get a bottle of water. But let me take the wrapper off because nobody's saying I'm trying to advertise or make suggestions. But some things you can do on some apps, some things you can't. But no, those who really know me, like one time I used to go to the church like religiously, basically, or the brick and mortar. I don't even like to say church anymore once you come to an understanding. But once you don't go to I will read my Bible, I do, because I'm not, but I don't feel like I'm a religious person anymore. I used to go a lot, and hold on. I don't know if this will help because my throat seems so dry. But I don't attend. I would never attend again. I think once your eyes are open to the truth, that I just don't. And you see how things go. There are some people who really crave it and need it. I don't. Okay. I've come to the conclusion I just don't tend to brick and mortars anymore. I don't tend to brick and mortars anymore. And I'm not a part of, I don't feel like I'm a part of any organization, any groups. I don't have a desire to be. Because I feel like when you stop being a part of a religious organization and you join another one, it's the same thing, you know. But my core beliefs have not changed as far as my relationship with the Divine Most High. A lot of my belief systems. But I don't even really like to say church anymore once I know what church really is. Now that I know what it really is, yeah, I don't attend the brick and mortar anymore, but I am not a part of any other groups and any other organizations. No, but I do have my belief systems, and I believe, you say, what do you believe? I don't go around trying to prove anything or debunking people's beliefs or anything like that. That's not my thing. Whatever you believe, that's your business. Okay? That's your business. It's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. So I don't try to force anything on anyone. Banging people over the head with my beliefs. I don't do that. I believe if you live and you speak your truth, if you live your truth and speak your truth, I might lose y'all again. Hold on. Mainly, that speaks volumes. If you live your truth, okay. So I might lose y'all a couple times. Okay. So I might lose y'all a couple times. Maybe in the next few minutes, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I got the sneezies. Return them. Maybe my arms are cold. It is morning time. Strapless top. But as long as you live your truth and speak your truth, that's just what you do. But no, I never will attend these brick and mortars anymore. I get out in nature and that's what I love to do, or I just have it in my, wherever I'm residing, do meditations, do my prayer, do my reading. I read different books. So, and got somebody on here, but I don't. For one thing, all of it is good. The brick and mortar is part of this world system. I've done a lot of studying and a lot of living, and a lot of what I know now, I wish I had known some years ago, a lot of years ago. And if it works for you, it works for you. Hopefully, if you are kind of like in a similar boat as I was or am, that you don't have to wait as long as I did to see that it's all like just a part of it's a part of this system, which sometimes is to me, it's just, a lot of it is just fake. It's fake, it's fake, it's fake. So I just don't, I don't go anymore. Does that mean people that are mean that you don't believe in God anymore, or the Most High? Probably not the way that they do, not in a religious manner. And when you don't realize that you're religious and what that means, then you can't see that far, you can't understand that far, I guess the word I would use. can't really understand where I am coming from. But someone asked me that, and I'm like, I pray and meditate every day, and I know who I pray to. And I know when I wake up, a lot of these, I found that in the beginning, I think when a lot of people gathered together, it was used for a positive, powerful benefit, to benefit like communities, to benefit a body of people. But now it's so much deception going on that when a lot of people assemble together, so much people are clout chasing and looking for what they say breakthrough through people or from people. So, and in these groups of people, you know that you have good, I'll say good-minded, good-spirited people, bad-spirited people, or good-minded people, bad-minded people in the world. And they are everywhere. And a lot of them operate on deception. And I feel a large number of people, a lot of times you find a great degree of deception. So, and a great degree of deception. So I don't tend to, I'm a loner. I don't mind being a loner. If you see me, you'll never see me with a lot of, not even to ignite or get social media points, get likes. I don't do that, haven't done that, won't do that. Out somewhere and I just happen to shoot a video or go live and it's doing something that I like. But I try to be true to them and not just for likes and not just to try and bring up revenue. I don't want to go against who I am at any point or any area of my life. It may be confusing to some people, but I try to stay true to who I am. And as I grow and evolve and learn things that may look different in areas in my life. So you have to know that. But I still do. I read I never stop doing that. Nope. To those who stop, that's your business. Because for some people, yeah, I do believe that these brick and mortar, what they call, I don't even like to say churches anymore. And I used to wonder why my mom didn't. See, that's why I say that when I was younger, she didn't even though she used to go sing or perform, I don't know what you want to call it, at some of these religious organizations, but she never got y'all back. So anyways, my mom never said she's going to church. And she used to go a couple of times with me, or she would go and perform or do an event. She would go sing to different religious organizations, but she would never call them church, and she never joined, but she did go on a regular basis. And my sister's son, my oldest sister's oldest son became a pastor. He was actually inherited, I wouldn't say, same thing. A pastor that he kind of inherited a church. He did. He inherited it. So, from a bishop. And he became, so, I don't know if I'm back connected, but I'm going to keep running my mouth, okay? So, anyways, She never called the brick and mortar a church. She didn't like it when we said it. But when you're young, she did used to let us go, like when I was younger, some people would come around and pick you up and take you to church, okay? So I wanted to go. My friends were going, and she did not deny me that. She didn't too much care for it, but she didn't deny it when the times I did go. But then as I became more responsible for myself, I went on a regular basis. I was here. Who's not talking about hold on. Not talking about being a member of one, but I don't know. I'm gonna say I may go here and there, but I would never join. I really don't see myself going anymore, but I would never join one. I really don't see myself going to one because I feel it's all fake. It's fake, and even the ones who are there that has a genuine, like I once did, have a genuine thought towards it, has a genuine belief towards it, and but don't know that they're being somewhat deceived. I would say I still wouldn't go. But be arrogant or anything, or to think I don't think any higher of myself than I ought to. But I do believe that I've come into a knowledge or understanding that I should. But if you find something that works, then you keep working it, because I feel like that's why people kind of like led or drawn in different directions. No one really ever thinks exactly the same. But so whatever works for you, whatever you find to work for you in your life, keep working it. And if it's not working, try something else. Because we have plenty of people who try different things. Like, I lived in a place where, in a state, I lived in Florida for a really long, moved somewhere else. People will come up with their own assumptions or conclusions or advice as to why you are making a move or doing something. But every day I run into people, I'm not going to say, is it every day? Because I don't even go outside every day. So I wouldn't say every day, but all the time you are coming into people that are from all over the world. And they're not just visiting. They actually migrate or move, relocate from their country, whatever country they were living in, to America, because they feel that they can have a better life for some reason. And that's what they do. So if anytime you decide that you're going to pick up and move and relocate or something, don't feel negatively about it. You know, if it works out, it works out. If it's don't, it don't. At least no one can say you didn't try, or at least you can't say you didn't try. You know, you can satisfy your internal and your personal desires to do whatever it is that you choose to do for your life, for yourself, for your own life. And yeah, live your life, because it's a big, beautiful world out. Yeah, you have to deal with the people in it, but it's a big, beautiful, wonderful world out. And And if you live your whole life just looking at one area, if I had done that, I would have felt like, knowing now, wow, I would have kind of deprived myself of a lot, quite a bit, you know. There are some people that desire to travel all over the world. I'm not one of those people. Not everywhere. I don't even have a desire to really travel outside of the United States. There's only one place that I would like to go outside of the United States, and that is Aruba. That's the only place, but it's not like I'm making plans to do it. If I wanted to, I could go. I don't know to say that I won't go, but that's the only place that I kind of desire to go outside of the U.S. But the U.S. to me has a lot of beautiful places to see and a lot to offer. But I don't really desire to go outside of the United States. This is my opinion, okay, of why. Because a lot of people that you meet from other places around the world that come to America, I don't know, not all of them are very pleasant. So if the only time that you're going to be pleasant is if I'm coming to your country to spend my money, then it's okay. I can deal with that in the U.S. and just go from the different states. But I don't have a desire to go outside of, I don't. That's the only place that I want to go visit. I've been to outside of the United States, been outside 3. I went some places and visited the topic, but I'm going to get back to that religion thing, okay? I'm going to get back to it. But if you want to try something new, do it. I know we went out on this lake. It was a nice sized lake, really nice sized lake. And we were on, it's a nice quality inflatable boat. It's really nice size that has oars and everything. And I felt like spiritually the benefits of it, or the therapeutic part of it, feel the waves, you can feel the flotation. I thought about this. I'm gonna get to my point in a minute, but I thought about this, where there are a different, I think two like spa type businesses that offers you to be able to come in, and they've created like inside of the facility that they have, where you can just go and float for like an hour. You can pay for your space or your time to float in there on whatever oasis they've created, like for water, whether it's like a river or whether it's just you're floating in your own little cubicle space per se. You can pay for that time, but all I had to do was purchase a flotation device and get out on this lake and there are others. Oh, I know. And there are other lakes that are the same. There aren't any alligators. There aren't any snakes. There are probably other things in there, but you have to do your research and find out. Or sometimes you could even research the area or look at the area and see kind of like what type of creatures live in that body of water. okay, or live in that area that may make its way to the body of water. Like where I'm from, I mean, alligators are everywhere, okay? Snakes are everywhere you turn. So, you just learn how to live with it and deal with it. If you become their friends, that's your business. But, anyways, so just get out there and with this particular boat that I purchased and just float for hours and get the same benefit that these businesses have built, you know. So to me, it's very therapeutic, and I feel like I get more benefit of it on a smaller boat because the place is really not that dangerous, at least not where we were. It wasn't that many people out there. The water was very calm, and just the view of it was all just picture perfect. The view was out of sight. So had I let fear, this is the point I'm getting to, had I let fear keep me from getting out there, I would have never been able to experience that. What a great, wonderful 2 days. We're going to try some other places as well in the future. Probably even go back there one day, but that was really, really nice. So we're going to try some other places in the future as well that we have had that we've been researching. Go and check it out. So I see that a lot of these bodies of water don't have a lot of the creatures in it that we have in it where I'm from. Yeah, and the water is clear, a lot of it, not all of it, but most of it. The water is clear. So anyways, if I had let fear get in the way, I wouldn't have been able to have that experience. What a peaceful experience. And you can say therapeutic. Okay, so it was a great experience just to get out and do that at a very low cost. It was not at a great cost except for being able to get to the place. That was costly, but not a lot. Okay, but the same thing goes for a lot of areas of your life. If you're afraid to try things and venture out, try something new, and you let fear get in the way, then you'll just forever experience where you are. You won't experience anything new. Nothing new. So that can go back to being stuck in a religious setting. If that's all you know and that's all you do, that's you. But I've grown to learn that a lot of them are, y'all already know, most of you, entail with a secret organization or secret groups. So I just think yeah, my path that I've taken that has been revealed to me. But there are a lot of people that they know. You might know. You may not know, but they know. They know what's going on. So hopefully it won't take you so long in your life to figure it out. Wow, look at how beautiful that is. I need to take that picture. Light of my life. Okay. That is so beautiful. You're beautiful. And you know it. Wow. Yeah. That was really nice. The sun that's the topic. Someone asked me about, have I found like a church to go to? I was like, no, that's your thing and what you do. I don't do that. I've gotten to the point to where I just don't question. I don't question who I am. I don't question my belief in God, the divine most high, the universe, because I understand it. I don't question it, and no one can make me question it. I don't care what their title is. I don't care what type of degree they have or what their position is. I just know who I am. And sometimes back then, when I attended those organizations, I knew who I was at that time, but there still were some things, that son, there still were some things that I questioned. I did, and then searched for. But now I feel like I know. I'm not in search anymore. I don't feel like that. Like I'm searching for something way out there that is lost, or that I feel like I have to be good enough to contact or to be in touch with or to get validation from. I mean, I just don't, at least not from people. Okay, I still have my prayer and meditation, but I don't have a doubt about who I am anymore. I never will have that doubt again. I don't look for validation from people. I don't have a doubt at all about who I am. I'm not looking to be, which I never was. I was looking for a certain type of truth when I was a part of these religious organizations. I was looking for everything that I heard preached, that would make my life better. And a lot of it never really even happened while I was there, So I don't, it looked like it only happened for certain people. That's crazy, right? But anywho, now that I know that, per se, from reading the biblical text, because that's a lot of what I know. You can believe what you want to believe. I don't let anybody take my belief of the Most High away from me, or my desire for reading the biblical text away. I know this is a little going off course of what I'm talking about, but I'm going to go there, okay? Because I feel like people want to take that part away from you, your belief in God and your belief, so that they can take away your, sometimes, not all the time, but they want to take away that humane part away from you, where I don't want to dislike people who don't believe like I believe, or try to do subtle things to them just because they don't believe like I believe. They don't go where I go. They don't wear what I wear. They don't talk what I talk, how I talk. But no, I believe that either you just are a good-spirited person or you're not. Either you're gonna set out every day you wake up to do all the good that you can in the world, or you're not. Not someone who's just gonna talk about it, but then when no one's looking, you're doing what bad things, evil things, at every chance you can get, as long as no one's looking. Now, I know there are some things that people do for survival, but if you're not hurting anyone. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna do anything to, you know, to come against people, to hurt people, or anything of that nature. Not intentionally, anyways. So I know sometimes people can deceive you to be a part of what they have going on, when all in the background is to go against someone else or to go against another group. So I don't join, which is the harder route to go, but it's okay. I done made it this far in life. I don't join any organizations, because there are some organizations that you can join that will give you different benefits in the world. If it's not a job, if it's not a job that don't give you like different benefits, 401k, then, you know, something like that, if you join, or a union or something of that nature, then I'm not joining any organizations, okay? Any of these groups to try and clout chase and stuff and get those particular benefits. So yeah, but once you realize a lot of what's going on in the world, then you can remove a lot of doubt in your life, a lot of insecurities. And I'm not arrogant, but my eyes are just open to a lot of truths. And I'm just so sure of myself. I know who I am. I know what I believe. And I stand on it. And that's that. Yep, and that is that. So that person asked me that. I don't think they'll ask me again. We still conversate. They tell me about their, and some people need it. They do. They need that constant. There was a time when I did, but now I know how to basically I've been getting it on my own ever since I was younger. I didn't need anyone to tell me to pray from the beginning. You know, it's like there was something that I knew. I would pray anytime, anyways, even internally. You know, I would pray all the time, or tell anyone. I didn't need anyone to. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because of my teachings from a younger age, but I didn't need anyone to teach me not to hurt people. I never needed that. I never needed anyone to tell me not to go out and teach me not to go out and do bad things to people. Even if you do, it's like there's always been something inside of me that had a care and a concern for people. No one didn't have to teach me not to have a bad mind. You know, I never joined forces with girls, even though I used to hang with some girls when I was younger. But if they ever brought up things to do, like they were gonna go do things that just wasn't right, I didn't go. You know, and I look back and I'm glad that I had that type of mindset, because there was this girl. We were either 14 or 15 years old. I never forget. And all of them, we were all together. And all of them went to this water park. We were, I think, how old were we, 14? We were somewhere in that vicinity. 14 or either 15 years old. And it was like 5 of us girls really used to hang together pretty tight. And all of us were out and about. And I remember they got a ride to this water park. And I didn't go. You know, I don't know. I just didn't go. I could have gone. But they got in this really, really bad accident. It was so bad that my closest friend at that time, named Patricia, she didn't make it back. that is so sad. She did not make it back. On their way to that water park, they got in this bad accident, and one of my friends, really, 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 really pretty girl, her face got messed up so bad, but it got cleared up over time. It didn't really disfigure her per se, but she, the recovery process was long for all of them, except long for two of them. Was really long for two of them. But they did recover. Two of them were told they weren't be able to have children, but they've had children. One walked like with how could you say that? They took her, like her walk would never be the same. But you can see it a little bit, but very subtle. Only if you knew her like before the accident, and you can tell. But for the most part, they've had a full recovery, but the recovery process was long. But our one friend, Patricia, she didn't make it back. She transitioned at 14 in that car accident. 14, we were 14, 15, because all of us was the same. It maybe was a 1 year difference between us. I don't think there was a 2 year difference between either of us. All of us was the same age because we all went to the same school and we all played together and stuff. But Patricia and I, all of us ran together real closely. But at that time when that occurred, I mean, I was following Patricia. I used to go to her family functions, some of her family gatherings. And but at that time they caught this ride. They caught this ride to go to a water park. It was about, and I just did not go. And I didn't go. And it was so sad. And to me, out of all of us, Patricia was just so lively. And she seemed to be, I'm not going to say because I'm a good-hearted person, but she was just really cool in her personality. Really, really just real upbeat. You wanted to be around her. I think that was with all of us, but more so with her. I guess, if you wanted to have some fun, you're going looking for Patricia. We would have a great time, but she never made it back. And that accident was so bad. It was on the news. It was really bad, but I didn't go, so I'm kind of glad. When I review and evaluate my life and my decisions, I'm not going to say everything has been perfect. I'm not going to say every decision, no, it hasn't been perfect, but that's one decision that I decided I did not hop in that car. I did not get in that car and go to that water park, because I knew, for one, my mom, I didn't get the okay from her. I just didn't feel it was right, so I just didn't go. I didn't go. But yeah, but the rest of us at this age, all of the rest of us are still here on this side. But Patricia, she didn't make it back from that. They never made it to the water park, but she never made it out of that vehicle. Still not alive in her body. So she never made it back. I haven't seen her since. No. And we were really young, having fun, finding our way in life, But Yeah, you have to stick to your core beliefs. Find out. This is where I want to stop right here. I should know, but you have to find out what your. Nah, I had to, you have to find out what your core beliefs are, and ooh, it's a smell right here. But anyways, you have to find out what your core beliefs are and stick with it. I'm so glad that I haven't been so, I'm not gonna say, especially when I was young. When you're young, you're like a sponge, you soak up everything. But at some point, I became a person that when I believed in something, I just stood on it. I didn't try, how should I say? Not really to make decisions like, I have never been a person who's been afraid to suffer for what I believe in, even at a young age. I put it that way. Because usually when you don't go with the flow of everything and everybody, and depending on what power they have, if you don't go with what they're saying, if you think it's not right, then there are consequences for it. Whether those consequences mean you made the wrong decision, not always. It doesn't always mean you made the wrong decision, but sometimes you'll suffer for making the right decision. You will. Everything you're taught in a lot of places that if you make the right decisions, that everything is always going to be peaches and cream, that your way is just going to be straight and perfect, and straight and narrow, perfect, everything's going to flow perfectly. But that is not the case. There are many of cases where you will make the right decision, and in your eyes, you'll suffer for it. But I do believe this: God is not mocked, you reap what you sow. So just wait for it. Just wait for it, okay? Just wait for it. I am a strong believer in that. I'm sorry. I know sometimes it looks like people who do all kinds of evil don't pay for it, but I'm sorry. I believe that you reap just what you put. Whatever you put out is coming back to you in some way, shape, or form. It may not be exact how you put it out, but whatever you put out, that's why I'm sorry. I remember I was telling somebody the other day, right, that we were in a conversation, and I say I am very ambitious. I am, and I feel like I'm very ambitious, and I think that has to do with the time I was born. When you look up my zodiac information, in a way, it's true. But people who know me, they know I'm not a materialistic person, because I can take almost nothing and make it look great. I can take a little of just nothing. You can have everything and get, especially when I was younger, and just give me what you think is the least, and you will be pissed that you gave it to me, because I will take it and make it look great. That is just something that I do, okay? And that's a gift. And I don't apologize for it. Okay? You can just give me a little nothing. You can take it all. I'm telling you, even give me a home that doesn't look all that great. Come back. You'll be like, what? I gave you the... You don't even want to stay in your house anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But I will. I'll make it look great. You'll want that house back. But anyways, that's just a gift that I have, okay? So... that's just a gift that I have. But anyways, so I am, if anyone who knows me knows that I am not, I need to have on, anyway, knows that I'm not a materialistic person. If they know me personally, I like nice things, I do, and decent things, I think, because some people would not care if they see you living like the straw, I don't know what to call it, and they living on the mountaintop or living in a mansion per se, and they'll like to come visit you and give you crumbs or have you in a shack. And they're satisfied with that. Even if they can help you live better, they would be, there are some people minds with a mindset, even if they live in a mansion per se, and every day that they meet up with you, you're living in that shack, something about that, some people in their mindset, something about that makes them feel good. That's something in people about that makes them feel really, really good. That's why some things I don't support anymore. But anyways, I don't want to stray too far from what I was going to talk about. Or did I forget it? But anyways, it is something about that makes them feel really, sorry y'all. I don't think I shouldn't lose y'all anymore in the connection. But something about that makes people feel good. I might keep jumping from subject to subject. I should have started talking because I kind of strayed away from what I was talking about. But I know I was saying I wasn't a materialistic person, if you know me. And if you know me, you know me, okay? But just like a lot of people, you know how to take a little nothing and make a lot, and make it look like a lot, you know. And I'm just one of those people who's been blessed with that gift. I don't have to go, I've never had to go out and buy, have to have. I ain't saying I don't like it now, but I don't have to have Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all these other things, and to dress to all the latest brands and fashion, because I've always been able to take what I have and just can step in a room with grace and look just as great. I can step in a room, I've always been that way. Just step into a room and I have somebody come off their throne of Gucci and Louis Vuitton and come and say, "Who's that girl?" Who's that girl? Yeah. But anywho, going back to, I believe this is where I was, your mindset, the spirit that dwells in you. No one, this is it, no one ever had to tell me to treat people right. I was just born that way, I feel. I didn't have to have, no, don't. I mean, when I was younger, if somebody hit me, I don't know, I can't say, I don't even remember hitting them back. But I don't remember having to be taught not hurt people, whether physically or any other way. You know, now if I'm in a place and I feel like something's not right and you ask me my opinion, guess what? You're going to get it. And I don't care who you are. Even when my mom, my sisters, my brothers, it's always been that way. And you got some people that say, "Oh, you 100 or you real," because a lot of them can be ratchet and speak, how you say it, blatantly rude. Just be blatantly rude, and they'll call that real. or they're 100, but not in that manner. That is not what I am speaking of. But if we're in a setting and someone says, do you think I did da 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 da, and you asking me my opinion, then my opinion is what you're gonna get, and it's not gonna be rude and ratchet. It's just gonna be truthful. Now, whether it comes across hurtful, I don't have any control over that, but it's not. I'm not gonna say it in a rude way. I'll just say it in a regular way that I talk. Now, if I see you doing something and you just blatantly being rude and mistreating people, and then you talk like you just confounded, you don't know what you're doing, you're oblivious to what you're doing, and someone calls you on it, and then you come ask me my opinion, I'm gonna tell you. Just like that. And people will tell me the same thing of what they believe. And that's that. But if you're bold enough, probably when I was younger it didn't happen, but I'm the person, if you're bold enough to tell me your opinion, I'm bold enough to tell you mine. And that doesn't mean I have to be rude. Because there are some people, they'll tell you just how they feel, and they're like, I'm just a person. I'm going to tell you just how. Everybody can be rude. Everybody can tell you what's on their mind. You're not the only one that can do that. Anyone can do that, but there is a way to do things. If you're going to do it, I do feel that there's a way to do things. Does it have to be my way? No, but there's a way to do things that it doesn't come across as rude, nasty. But okay, but if we're just in a regular setting and conversation and you ask me my opinion, then I'm just gonna give you my opinion. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask. That's how I feel. If you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me. Okay. And the same thing can go for me. I may think I'm doing this and doing that, and somebody's opinion may be different, but an opinion is an opinion. It doesn't mean an opinion has to be right. But if you ask somebody their opinion, look to get it from wherever that is. But when it comes down to like physical harm or intentionally doing things to just like to hurt someone, I don't join forces with people to do that. So don't get this girl to join any groups and to come in. I'm not doing it, because I don't do it, because you don't know who you coming against and what kind of harm you're bringing on yourself. I don't care if it's a job. I don't need certain jobs. I don't. Oh, this is where I was going. So I remember, I don't just do stuff just for money or just to be liked. This is what I was going to talk about. Y'all, look what I got. I'm going to try to say this was, can y'all see? Wasabi. These are some seaweed snacks. Trying to eat healthy, a lot healthier. This weight coming off of me. I'm getting big, right, y'all? I don't want to fast it all off this time, because my skin's already loose, especially on my arms and my belly. So I don't want to fast and lose it too quick, because when I lost weight before, I didn't lose it too quick. That was over a course of life. But I had been fasting and eating raw vegan for like 5 years. So that was, And then for like, oh man, I think for like 2 months, I just worked out every single day. I was like, what happened to my abs? I had abs and everything. But anyway, go back to what I was talking about. That food is good. Usually the wasabi scent is strong to my brain, like a brain freeze almost. But anyways, that one doesn't have it on there. It's strong. But I remember there was this, I lived across, trying to see which order to tell it in. But I lived across from this lady, really nice lady. I was in an apartment complex, right? And this wasn't that long, many years ago. I think this was when I first got to, hold on y'all. This is when I first got to Atlanta. But there was this lady I lived across from. And when I first got to Atlanta, I lived in Stockbridge. I really like Stockbridge. I really like Stockbridge. And I call Stockbridge my hometown. If I ever just sit and buy a house, that's probably where it would be. But anyways, when I first got to Atlanta, I lived across from this lady, right? Nice lady. And one day, she and our vehicle was parked side by side. And our vehicle was parked side by side in the parking lot. And where we live, it's like when you come into the complex, you come up the hill. You don't even know the complex back there unless you just know the area or you know the complex. Okay. You live there. So you kind of come up the hill in the complex and around to pass by our place. So there was this girl, young girl, she's in her early 20s, and she was teaching her brother how to drive, who was still like 15, 16 years old. And 15, 16 years old, and he didn't have his restricted license, his permit to drive. He didn't have his permit to drive. She was teaching him to drive. Okay? She had her license. And I don't know what happened, but when he came up that hill and around the corner, some kind of way he lost control of the vehicle and hit our vehicle. He lost control of the vehicle and he hit our vehicles, right? So my neighbor came and got me out of the house because she said they was trying to leave the scene. It kind of hit my car the worst. It did the worst damage to my vehicle. So she said she came out and she came and got me, her son, because she said they was trying to leave the scene of the accident and she stopped them. They called the cops, whatever. So they came and got me out of the house because my vehicle got the most damage, right? So the little kid, the cops came, he was doing a report, and I'm looking at this little young guy, and his parents end up coming on the scene. And I'm looking at this little guy, and I don't know what they would have done to him. I know I worked in law enforcement for a while, but I know she was an adult, and I know that a couple of things could have occurred right there because she was responsible for him. She was the adult in the car, and he was a minor. And I'm looking at this little kid. You know, a lot of people teach their children or their family members, allow them to drive somewhat like that. I don't think I would have done it in a parking lot. If I would have done it, it would have been in a big open empty parking lot. Or a big open empty space, but not where the vehicles were. But anywho, I'm looking at this kid, and the officer came, and I just could not press charges against this guy. I couldn't file a report. I guess it was file a report, I just couldn't press charges against that kid. Something just told me not to do it. I couldn't do it. But the lady, my neighbor, she could have done what she wanted to do. But what I did, I agreed to just let the parents take care of whatever expenses. But I told them, I looked at the kid and I was like, yeah, my car got the most damage, but I looked at him and I was like, I'm not about to press charges against this child. No, I ain't gonna do it. But the parents did agree to take care of once they got to the scene. They agreed to pay out of pocket, you know, to take care of the expenses. But I really wasn't worried about mine because I knew it would be taken care of. But anyways, so one day, I don't know what happened between the neighbor and the parents as far as taking care of, you know, the damages. So she came to get me to go with her to the police station and blah, 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 because her insurance company needed at least a copy of the call. Because we didn't do reports, we just signed. They had us to take pictures of our driver's license and information. But it wasn't, you know, I did not file a report or nothing against that child. I wasn't about to do it. So the cop told the best way to handle it without having to go that way. So she came and got me. I guess things didn't go the way she wanted. And she wanted me to go to the police station with her. And I did. I went, to do whatever I could to help. But I told her, I will not press charges against this kid. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. But in the end, she ended up getting what she needed, and I talked to her later. The parents, they ended up coming through and taking care of the damage like they said they would. But she and the dad got into a little dispute. And so she was ready to take it further. But I decided I wasn't pressing charges against the kid. But they did come around and take care of everything. But I would, whether they were going to take care of it or not, I wasn't about to press charges against that kid. I couldn't do it. So, anywho, that was me. And that was my decision. And if she would have, if she would have had a bad spirit or bad mindset because they did years while they were apart. You could be amongst some witches. Should you be afraid? No. But is it a possibility things could be going on within that gathering or that association? Yes, so keep your discernment up. And it may not always be witches. Sometimes it could be haters, or just bad-minded people. But just know they are out there and could be in association with the groups that you are part. The opposite. Watchful. Be watchful. But yeah, it's Saturday. I hope y'all find the time to do something fun, something exciting. I hope I find something. I don't know, I may go to a body of water. If not today, it'll be tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe not. I'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'm still connected. Am I still connected? I'm just talking. I don't even know if I'm connected. I know I keep seeing the look like it's going in and out. This morning when I rose, here we go. I didn't have no doubts. I didn't have no doubt that the Lord will take care of me. Will provide for me. Always. Holy Ruby. There was this man that used to come around to our house a lot when I was younger to visit. And he would always, I don't know what that was all about. He would say, Holy Ruby. But anyways, I don't know who Ruby was. But yeah, standing on your core beliefs and who you are is a good thing to do. So I guess that means I'm not a follower, honey. I used to be. I'm a leader. You don't have me following everything. No. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. You ain't gonna find me amongst the crowd. That's not the way I roll. road, yeah. I didn't have no doubts. Y'all, I went to the dentist and got my teeth clean. They clean as a whistle, but they ain't gonna come back pure white. I went to the dentist and got them clean, honey. I can feel they needed that cleaning. I got a deep cleaning, but I didn't get a whitening. I used to go and get the whitening. I'ma just age gracefully. If I ever come into some real big bucks, I'll get some things done, but I don't know if I'll do them veneers though. I'm not trying to look perfect. I'll age. I don't mind aging gracefully. I accept my aging. But there are some things that I continually work on for myself to be healthier and developmentally better. But I'm not trying to be picture perfect. Step out and have the perfect this and the perfect that. What is seemingly according to mass media is perfect, I guess you could say. But I like my teeth. They're not perfect. I don't like this. Ooh, y'all. I don't like this feeling that I have in my teeth from a while ago. That it's silver, but when I look at it right off, because on the x-rays when I went to the dentist, you see the filling is silver, but it's a different still type of filling than what they use now, than what is used now. I'm not going to say they, but which are the dentists, okay? The dental offices. But it's not the same feeling what they use today. So I'm gonna see if maybe eventually, I don't know if I should try to have it changed, because that's irritating. I don't like going to the dentist and all that drilling and I don't know who likes it, but this is how I don't like it. But I actually went last week, was it? What's this? No, Monday. This is Saturday. Yeah, I went Monday and got my teeth clean. So a deep cleaning. I mean, and she was digging. But I remember I used to go all the time to the dentist. Every time I turn around, I was going. My daughter, she has no cavities. I'm like, what? I took her the week before I went to the dentist. I took her to the dentist. Because I'm like, let's go, we gotta go get our teeth clean. And she went and got her teeth clean. Got all the x-rays, the whole 9 yards. And she does not have one cavity. And I'm like, girl, that is too cool. You gotta keep it up, whatever you've been doing. I don't even know how I got cavities when I was younger, because I'm like, I was so good about taking care of my teeth. I don't know how that happened. How did it happen? have to be careful with that too, going to these people, getting different things done. Somebody got to pay the bills, okay? But, rolling, rolling, rolling. So, anywho, yeah, I might have to cut this live short and come back on. Just maybe. Oh, money. I gotta give me some breakfast before they shut breakfast down. Yeah, being the way that I am, wow. My life is still being okay. Okay. It's still been okay. Okay. It's been okay. But I'm not gonna fill you up. The sun is beaming on me. I could have been letting y'all see some things. Could have. Could let y'all see some stuff. Could let y'all enjoy some of this scenery. I've been enjoying it by myself. This place is absolutely beautiful. Honey, I'm in heaven. Where you at? Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. What about you on it? I got up too early. I think I'm about to buy me a bicycle, another one. I haven't had one in a while. I think I'm about to buy me a bicycle here so I can go riding. That's what we had that accident. My daughter was about, how old was she then? 5, 6, maybe 6. We had that little biking accident. I think I'm gonna get another one. Get us to go biking. You better enjoy, honey, while it's day, cause night gonna come and nobody gonna be able to work. And you don't know when your night gonna come. So you have to enjoy your life, honey. Work while it's day, cause when night come, no man can work, honey. You don't know what can happen. Enjoy your life now, okay? Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Do what you can to enjoy. Do the things you want to do. Go to places you want to go. Yeah, I think I'm about to get 2 bicycles, 2 bikes, so we can go riding. We've been doing quite a few trails, hiking trails. But I think I'm about to get us some bicycles so we can ride some trails instead of hiking. Yeah. Ooh. Oops. Oops. But we've been walking some trails and it's been nice. Been getting out, doing some things in nature. I think I'm about to buy 2 bicycles. And so we can ride the biking trails. I can see the sunlight in your eyes, honey. I gotta find me some breakfast. I want breakfast, not lunch. I could see can I find maybe a Waffle House or something and go there and eat breakfast, maybe some breakfast. But I don't want to real breakfast. Just something simple. Y'all hold the line 1 minute. Hold on 1 second. some people are preparing for dinner. And I'm just getting me some breakfast. I gotta find me some breakfast. Let's get some breakfast before they stop serving breakfast. Give me some breakfast. Hold the line. I should have showed y'all this other view. This is absolutely beautiful. I was hungry. I gotta get me some breakfast before they stop serving breakfast. Cause I don't want any lunch. I want something light. Honey, I am just so thankful. I'm so thankful that I did not exit this realm without learning the things that I have learned. I am so thankful that my consciousness is expanding, my awareness is expanding, my understanding is expanding, and that I have more of an appreciation, more for time, and how I spend my time per se. What am I yawning? Getting up too early. I gotta find me some breakfast. Oh. Ooh. So Y'all, I had to come up. I gotta find me some breakfast. I don't want a big breakfast. Hold on, let me tilt it. Let's like that. think I'm gonna do a haul later. I had a big haul. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that stuff, but I'm like, I ran into a sale and I couldn't leave it. And I'm so hungry. I hope it ain't. I gotta get me some breakfast before they start serving breakfast. It'll take me long to get to this restaurant. Whoop de doo. I was hungry, okay? I went into the store, honey, and I found a lot of stuff at a great deal. I started to leave it. We're going over here. No, oh, that's different. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. Oh. If I had a dream. Yeah, I'm about to get me some breakfast. I was hungry, boss. It's a big graveyard. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. Really? Is that right there? Is that it? No? No. Oh, I see it. I'm finna get me something. Probably a cup of hot Joe. Let's stop and get me open. I think I'm about to go inside. I'm not gonna go through the drive-thru. I think I'm about to go inside. I think I'm gonna have to bring y'all back up. I'm making a stop. I gotta go in here and get me some food. I think I want to switch out the earrings. These might be kind of cute to wear with this though. I'll leave it on. Need to pull that tighter. Maybe. Put these back on. All right, y'all. I'm about to get me some breakfast. And I will bring y'all back up. Probably about another. Tune in. Stay tuned. I don't know what I'm. See, let me think about what I want before I go in here. All right, y'all. Peace out.